My name's Jeff Kinney, and this is Julie, my wife, and we have a team of people around us who I'll introduce in a moment. But we're the owners of An Unlikely Story. We raised our kids in Plainville, and we really liked creating a place in the bookstore that's a community place. That's a third place, I guess you could say. It's another place to gather outside of school, church, you can gather. But we really liked how it creates a sense of community, and we really wanted to build on that. We finally got enough pieces together and the right people supporting us that we think that we can do something meaningful in the center of town. We love this town. Like I said, we raised our kids here, and we just think that we can do something that's going to make a difference in the town for literally generations. That's Plainville as it is in black and white, and then it's cycling through to the vision that we have in phase one. So let's we have to make that go away. No thanks. Okay, and we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of this, but that just kind of gives you an idea of the kind of transformation we want to make in phase one and we think is achievable. Phase 1A and phase 1. So in the upper, basically, I'll get to the bottom of it quickly, is that what we know we need to make a downtown is an anchor restaurant. Like, you really can't have a downtown unless you have at least an anchor restaurant. So that's really our focus. And when you see the phase 1A improvements, that would be an anchor restaurant and a function space and kind of a market space attached to what looks like a town green. That's a really adaptable space. We want to activate that upper right-hand corner. We want to put in a temporary installation, they call it a semi-permanent installation, which is like food stalls, like an elevated deck, a beer garden, basically. So somewhere that gets people used to coming downtown and gathering, having a drink, playing some cornhole, things like that. So that's what we'd like to do that because we can do that quickly. I don't know if anybody's ever seen any of these converted shipping containers. They're beautiful. And if you want to look up something online, look up, shipping container bar or food stall or something like that. They look great, and even though they're just metal shipping containers, they present really well and they're like really classy. This is where A&J Tool is right now. A&J Tool is connected to the pharmacy, and there are also 3 houses along Bacon Street. So this accounts for that land. And as we said before, this is a green space plus primarily the anchor restaurant. Right now, 6, which is at the bottom of that image, is we would landscape it wildly for now. And over time, like if things were working for us, then we would make that a very highly manicured landscaping spot, like a really nice place where you could stroll, or it would be a building. We would like to do something with pavers at the intersection to make it really nice. Also, if you've ever noticed, if you try to cross the street from the parking lot to the bookstore, you have to cross twice. It's kind of dangerous. So what we'd like to do is, we know we'd have to do this with the transportation department. I don't know what it's called here, but is it DEP? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's in the works anyway.
Okay, yeah, but we want to ring it with those little white lights that if you press the button, the square lights up and you can walk safely. That's something that's a concern for us. So these are what they call some activations of that green space. For example, here we could have a farmer's market, a maker's market, something where Christine Moore can sell her photography, for example, or it could be a pumpkin festival, or whatever real towns do. When they have gather people in the center to celebrate something. That's the idea there, that we would have that space to activate in that way. We'd like to have somewhere on the green some sort of a bandstand, and if you look, there's a kind of a precedent image in the middle center. It's a bandstand. Like, we'd like to have something that's kind of a focal point. It feels like we should have some rain cover there. So that's just a wish that we'd like to put a bandstand somewhere on there that we can do author events, puppet shows for kids, whatever it might be, an auction, who knows how we could use it, but we feel like we need a focal point somewhere there. But the idea is that we're trying to be really responsible so we can stay on budget so that we can do what we really want, which is to make a full downtown square.